Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Jack Homestead. I'm Mrs. Jack. If you do know who I am and have never been on this channel, um, my husband is on a no smoking, quitting smoking journey. And I did post one video. I think we were just a couple of days in when he had quit. When I posted the video, and I said that I would keep you posted when I felt necessary. Mr. Jack is currently 3 weeks in his quitting smoking journey. So just a quick recap. His first week, because Mr. Jack has been smoking since he was 12, which has been a very long time. He was smoking a pack a day. He is taking Chantix. It's medication to help him quit. The first week, he was allowed to smoke half. So he was smoking 10 cigarettes a day. I was keeping them and counting them out and giving them to him. And then, and that was a difficult week for him. He struggled on and off. And then the second week, which cut him down to 5 cigarettes a day, he seemed much better. And I thought, okay, this is good, but he's still smoking. The only thing that I was noticing different come the second week is he's very, very tired. And I don't know if that's part of the withdrawal or the medication. But he would get a good night's sleep and still complain about how tired he was. But other than that, he was doing well. There were some days in the beginning of that week where he was like, oh, I need a cigarette. I need a cigarette. But he never went over the 5 cigarettes because I counted them out. And then, he also was home with me that whole week, his second week. So I just tried to keep him busy all week, and things got better. It got to the point where he would say to me, I haven't had a cigarette in like 6 hours. And I was like, that's awesome. And we were testing him because we noticed one of his hard time was first thing in the morning when he would wake up. He would not only have 1 cigarette, he would have 2 or 3, like right in a row as soon as he would wake up. And he kept saying it's because I need to catch up on all the nicotine I didn't have during the night, which is awful. I mean, that's terrifying to me. So we did try to wean him of that habit during that second week. His son, CJ, has been phenomenal. He's been giving advice, helping me with different ways that we could fix things or help him and stuff like that. And him and I discussed this as far as he makes maple syrup. For anybody that watches our channel, you know that. But he was waking up. He gets up when he does maple syrup, really anywhere from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. He'll get up to start the fire, to start boiling his sap. And we were talking the night before, CJ and I, about he was going to wake up and he was going to want a cigarette with his coffee. And we said, well, why don't you try? You're going to be busy with your syrup and starting your fire. Why don't you try to do all that and just have your coffee because you'll be busy? Maybe you won't want that cigarette right away, and wait until I wake up. And then when I wake up, I will give him a cigarette. But that would give him several hours in the morning where he's awake and he's having coffee and he doesn't have a cigarette. So he did, and it worked, and he did really well. And we got past that hard spot where we knew he was going to struggle with that. And he did that for a couple of days while he was still smoking. So to catch you up, we are now on the 3rd week. Monday, which was yesterday, was his first day without a cigarette. Now, I was with him from morning to night, which I was thankful for, because that way I could see how things go. If I see him being triggered or, something bothering him, I could help him. So we started our day. I had an eye doctor appointment. I had him go with me just so that he stays busy. We had a couple of things we had to do running around. And then our anniversary is tomorrow. And we normally go to New York every year for our anniversary, where we got engaged, and usually go to the restaurant we got engaged at, but it's kind of pricey. So we decided this year not to go, because we have other financial things we need to take care of right now. And the two of us just, I don't know, we really weren't in the mood for going out for a fancy meal yesterday. So we just decided we would go out and have a quick lunch together, which we did, and that was nice. And then we came back and we just did things around the house, and he stayed busy, and I kept an eye on him. I didn't say anything at all to him about cigarettes, and not once did he mention to me that he was craving a cigarette or wanting a cigarette. Maybe he did, but he didn't say anything. And his day went very well, like exceptionally well. And I know he's not doing anything behind my back, because I was with him the entire day from morning to night, and I didn't see anything out of the ordinary, and he did awesome. Now, today, Mr. Jack had a doctor's appointment. He has an echocardiogram. And I think I had explained in my last video about the different tests and things that are going on with him health-wise, which made me very emotional in the last video, that worry me and why I want him to quit so bad. He went today for the echocardiogram. We did not get results yet. We did not get results. He also had a lung cancer screening CAT scan done last week. We haven't gotten the results to that either. But we had to go to the doctor's today. And here's where I noticed an issue. I did notice Super Bowl Sunday was this past Sunday. And he did snap. We had two of my kids over and one of their boyfriends and then a friend of another. And, there was a couple of us here. But he had some moments where he was a little irritated and snapped at things he normally wouldn't snap over. I just kind of, told him, whoa, you need to take deep breaths, or, I would try to fix the situation. Well, today, while we were sitting in the doctor's office, he had an appointment at 1, and there was a gentleman that came in, and he was having a conversation with the woman behind the desk, and they were discussing how he did not have a doctor's appointment. And he said that he was sent from the hospital to come directly there to get an echocardiogram, which is what Mr. Jack was there for. And the lady was saying back and forth about how, he didn't have an appointment or whatever. And so, we overheard this whole thing and didn't really think anything of it. Well, it was time for Mr. Jack's appointment, and the woman came back to, we thought, call him back, and she called this other gentleman back. Well, Mr. Jack lost his cool and started to flip out. Got a little nasty. In my opinion, he got nasty, to the point where I put my head down. I was embarrassed by the way he was acting. After this went on for a little bit, he then apologized and said, I'm trying to quit smoking. This is my second day with no cigarette, and I'm just really irritated. And, and he was upset, and he did calm down, but that is just not like him. I knew right away when I was acting like that, like, oh, this is, him and, him quitting smoking. So out of all these 3 weeks, that is my biggest concern. And I don't know how to fix that or help him. It just seems like little things, if something small happens or goes wrong, he just blows up. And I don't know how to, I mean, he calms down, but I don't know how to fix that situation. I don't know if I can fix that situation. Maybe it's just something he has to go through, and I'm praying that that's not going to happen too much longer. Hopefully, once this nicotine maybe gets out of his system, that will go away. I hope he doesn't stay like that. So that happened today. And then the rest of the day when we came home, he was very busy. He was on the tractor and he was collecting sap, and I made a point of telling him a million times today how proud I am of him, and I really genuinely am so proud of him. I have never seen him so determined and been this successful he's tried so many times, but this is the best that I have seen him. So we are now 2 days of no cigarettes. Now, that brings me to this moment. It is nighttime, and Mr. Jack went to work. He is just starting his night shift tonight. I'm nervous. He does not have cigarettes. I wanted to take his debit card from him, but him and I discussed it, and he wants me to trust him. And he kept the debit card, and he's promising me that he will not spend any money. And I have access, of course, to our bank account to see if he does spend any money. And he has no reason to spend any money. Like, he takes food with him. He has a work vehicle, so he doesn't need to get gas because they provide the gas for the work vehicle. So if he spends money, I'll know, and I'll know what it's for. He usually doesn't work with anybody because he works night shift, and they each are assigned different stations. Now, right before he walked out the door, he was told that there's 4 guys that he works with. Excuse me, 3 guys that he works with. He's the 4th guy. But they're all at different stations. 2 of them called out. Mr. Jack was not happy as he was walking out the door, and that terrifies me because I'm not there to calm him down. And I know I can't be there all the time to fix everything and to, help him, and he's got to learn to do that on his own. But as a wife and somebody that loves him and wants to help him through this process, it's killing me. I wish I could go to work with him and help him through this whole process, but I have to let him be a big boy and do it himself. So everybody say prayers that, he's able to continue on this journey and be successful, and that his test results all come back okay, and we can live a healthy, happy life and get past this whole thing. But I want to end on a good note. He is doing phenomenal. Excuse me, I have like a tickle in my throat. And I want everybody to know, I know I'm telling you about these horror things, but I do want you to know what is going on, truthfully, as far as his attitude is going. But to me, the good outweighs the bad, and he has done great. And he's not miserable all the time. I don't want it to sound like that. It's just when something goes wrong, his reaction, where it should be maybe a 1 or 2, is like a 10. So that's the only thing. He's not miserable all the time. And his sleeping has been on and off. And he's tired a lot, and I don't know if that's part of it, but it also could just be because Mr. Jack doesn't sit still. He's constantly working, but I just kind of have noticed it has been worse since he has started this. So I don't know if that's part of the withdrawal. But other than that, like I said, he is doing really well. So everybody, you don't know how much you have affected him, but you really have. Everybody, friends, family, fellow YouTubers. He has received videos and messages, and he just lights up when he gets that stuff, and he tells me about it. And Taylor, I don't know if you watch these YouTube videos, but CJ's friend Taylor sent him the most beautiful video, and he absolutely loves that video. He not only does he watch the one of me crying over and over again for motivation, but he watches that also, Taylor. So God bless you. Thank you so much for sending that to him, because it really means a lot. He loves to see, people encouraging him, and it makes him feel good. It makes him not want to smoke. So everybody, continue your prayers, your messages, your videos, whatever you are doing for him. Please continue to do that, because we still have a long ways to go. But I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you, Taylor. I really appreciate that. And much love to CJ, because he's been helping and calling every night and checking on his dad and helping me with suggestions. So I really appreciate that too. I don't feel so alone with helping him, that I have somebody else that loves him just as much, if not more, and is helping me, help his dad. So I really appreciate that too. So everybody, bless you, and thank you so much for all the support for my husband. And I beg you to please continue helping him on this journey. He's gone a long way, and he's doing great, but he has a long ways to go. So if I feel the need to come back on and talk again and let you know or give you updates, I definitely will. But 3 weeks in, guys, and we're doing pretty good. So thank you, and stay tuned for Mr. Jack's videos. And he posts almost every day about the ups and downs, and he'll keep you informed. So thank you.